Welcome to Riding the Braille Trail. I'm your host, Sean Paulson. Like me, you may have a disability, but I'm here to show you that life doesn't have to end. So what do you say? Let's hit the trail together. Welcome to Riding the Braille Trail. I'm your host, Sean Paulson. Today, it's been a while since I've posted, and I've been really tied up with trying to get my book finished and launched, and that occurred, that's happened. So we're going to kind of kill two birds with one stone today. I've been asked how I still perform and do shows being blind, and I want to cover the book launch. It was an amazing experience for me to be able to finish this project and actually get it on the shelves. It can be purchased now. It's available through Amazon or Barnes & Noble. It's located at a lot of my local retailers as far as local bookstores. It's also on the shelves at a couple of Barnes & Nobles. So I'm really excited about it. When I did the book launch, I also performed. I did a show that night. So I figured what better way to bring the people that know me and what I do all together. So it worked out really well. I'm going to show you some bits and pieces from the show so that you can kind of get an idea of how I still perform with my eyesight. And then we're going to also talk about the book launch at the end. So hopefully you enjoy it and things go really well. So let's go hit the trail together. How's everybody doing tonight? Man, you guys sound like you're having a good time already. That's awesome. Thank you guys very much for coming out here, hanging out with me on this Saturday night. This is kind of a very special occasion for me. My book that I spent the last 2 years writing released yesterday morning, and so today this is kind of the big release party. So this means as much to me. You guys are all here to support me with all of this, just like it has been for the last 18 years that I've been doing this. So thank you guys very much for being here with me tonight. I appreciate it. Before we talk about the book and get going on all that, let's do the fun part first, because that's the best way to do this. So we're going to start with doing the hypnosis show and just go right into it. So by the raise of hands, or don't raise your hands, make some noise. How many of you have seen a hypnosis show before? Okay, how many of you have been involved in some type of hypnosis show before? That's all right. I'm used to that. It's okay. I usually get two responses when I ask that question. The first response I get is somebody will raise their hand or they'll clap. They'll say, I had a good time. The other response I usually get is, never again, man. It ain't happening. No. And I get that. I do. I understand that that's the way people feel. And I try to make my show just a little bit different. I try to make sure that if you decide you want to volunteer and you want to be up here tonight, that you are going to have more fun on stage than the people actually watching the show, okay? So what I want everybody to do is take your hands and hold them directly out in front of you just like this. All right, now take your thumbs and point them towards the ground. Take your right hand, place it over top of your left hand, then interlock your fingers, keeping your thumbs pointed towards the ground like this. Now squeeze your fingers down really, really tight for me. Now hang on 1 second. We need a little more. All right, so everybody hear me now? Here we go. That's better. So your hands look like this. Pay very close attention to my hands. What I want everybody out there to do right now, take your thumbs, rotate them clockwise towards the ceiling, and then open your hands. Now, if you cannot do that, you can be hypnotized. No, that's not true. I'm just kidding. Okay. And now to reintroduce to you Cameron. This is Cameron sitting right here. She is my assistant. She is here to make sure everybody stays safe. So you may actually hear her voice or feel her touch. That's because she's trying to make sure everybody stays safe up here on stage, okay? All right. So in just a moment, I'm going to take you into a very, very deep state of relaxation, a very, very deep state of sleep. In a moment, I'm going to have you hold your hands out in front of you, palms facing in just like this. I'm then going to ask you to close your eyes. The second you close your eyes, your hands will become magnetized. They'll be opposite pole magnets, and they will tug and pull together just like magnets do until they finally touch. The second those fingers touch, they're going to interlock, clamp down the back sides of your hands tighter and tighter as the magnets grow stronger and stronger. Here's what we did. So tonight when we first got in here, it was really, really hot inside this building, right? It was really warm. So I asked Noelle, I asked the manager, I said, okay, if we just turn the air conditioner on for a minute. Now she thought I was crazy because the cool temperatures are coming back in the storm. But I didn't want to sit up here and just roast, right? So she turned it on for us. But its air conditioner has not been on all winter. So when they turn it on, it's shorted. But it's shorted in the on position. They can't turn it off. It's like stuck on. Not only is it stuck on, but something happened to like the Freon pump or whatever it is that's making the cold air. So it's refrigerating it and it's pushing it into this room. So it's working more like an air conditioner or like a refrigerator or a freezer than an air conditioner, and it's pumping ice cold air into this room. As you feel that cold air coming into this room, it's just going to start dropping the temperature and it's going to get colder and colder and colder. Now they have a guy coming to fix it, but it is kind of late, so it's going to take him a little bit to get here. We're just going to keep going. It shouldn't get too bad, but you can feel as that cold air comes into this room that you feel that cold air kind of running across all those exposed body parts. And you may have had a little bit of sweat on your body. You know what happens when that cold air hits that sweat and it gives you those chills that just kind of run down your back because it gets colder and colder and colder. And as that air conditioner just keeps pumping that cold air into this room, you realize the temperature inside this room has now dropped down to 40 degrees. It is 40 degrees inside of this room. So it's a lot like being outside right now, and you're feeling that cold air as it's hitting all your fingertips and your ears and your nose, and it's getting colder and colder and colder. And as your body temperature starts to go down, you realize that air conditioner is still pumping that cold air into this room, and your body temperature is starting to drop even more. Now it's going down to 30 degrees, and it's getting colder and colder and colder. And as you feel it getting colder and colder, your body's starting to shiver and shake now, and your teeth are starting to chatter just a little bit as the air conditioner just keeps pumping that cold air into this room, still getting colder and colder. And now you realize your fingertips are kind of going numb, and your ears are going numb, your nose is going numb as it drops down to 30 degrees right now inside of this room, and it's getting colder and colder. People's drinks remain this perfect temperature right here the rest of the evening. Now that the temperature is fixed and you guys feel very, very comfortable sitting here, you also realize right now that you are stuck right where you're sitting. You're stuck to those chairs, and the chairs are stuck to the floor. You cannot scoot away, slide away, stand up, and walk away. You're absolutely stuck right there. Now that you realize that you are stuck where you are and you cannot get away, you also realize that the worst odor you have ever smelled in your life is coming from the person sitting next to you. The worst odor you have ever smelled in your life is coming from the person sitting next to you. And it's getting worse and worse and worse. In fact, it's like rotting fish. It is so bad coming off that person. And it's getting worse and worse. You will not throw up. The world's famous Village People. 1, 2, 3. Eyes open, wide awake. Ladies and gentlemen, the Village People. Okay, go ahead. Good? It's okay. No? You all right? Okay, you need to go back. You can go back. You guys okay?
done this before. I don't know. I don't know if it will or not. But the best part is this. They've all seen it, so it works on them. Oh. Oh.
This is your grandpa?
Look what you did. I need to bring my granddaughter more often. That was awesome.
I'm sorry.
You don't have to be sorry. It's okay.
Sure?
I promise. She'll be fine. She just loves me. I don't know why. It's because she's little. She doesn't know any better yet. I know.
So is she gone?
Yeah.
Can I do it then?
Did you?
She is gone, right? Just because she's gone. You ready?
I'm ready. Go ahead. Trustworthy to me. Okay? So here's what I want you to do. First of all, that wall right there behind you, is it real? Check it. Is it solid? Okay, what's it made out of? Brick. So it's solid, right? All right. You guys watch. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to count from 1 to 3, and I'm going to shove my arm right straight through that wall, and I'm going to pull it right back out. It'd be cool, right? You don't believe me? Okay, watch. Everybody watch. It'd be really cool. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. I'm going to shove my arm through the wall and pull it right back out. All right, ready? Here you go. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Holy
That was cool, right? You believe. So what we're going to do is if I tell you how this works, so if I explain it to you, everybody here is going to understand it too, and then it's not going to be cool anymore, because then everybody knows how. But I have this trick. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the knowledge of how to do this right out of my brain, and I'm going to put it right in yours, just like this. It's easy, isn't it? I know. Like when I learned, I was like, this is so easy. Why did I not know this? It's cool, right? Okay, so go ahead. Now remember, what was your name?
Sam.
Sam. If you punch, it is solid, right? So don't punch. Because that's, see, it's solid if you punch. But if you do it like I just told you, and you just 1, 2, 3, it'll go right through, just like that. Okay, go ahead. You can do this. Everybody watch. You count real loud, Sam. Here we go. Yes! Dude, high five, high five. Oh, no way! Do it again, do it again. Oh! That is so cool. I have never done that before. I don't know, let's see. Nope. I have a cool idea, Sam. I have this great idea. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do the same thing, and you're just gonna like shove your arm right straight all the way through my body, and then pull. You can't leave it there. You gotta like pull it back out, and don't grab anything on the way. Can I trust you to do this?
Yeah.
You're sure?
Yeah.
You're gonna go straight through and right, but just exactly like what we just did, just like the wall. So you're gonna put your finger. Do not punch, Sam. Do not punch. All right?
All right.
Okay, so you're going to put your finger, you're just going to go 1, 2, 3, and you're just going to go straight through and right back out.
Okay.
You got this?
Yeah.
Okay, you sure? Okay,
Yeah.
everybody watch. Check this out. It's going to come out the other side. Okay, here we go. All right, okay, you got to count really loud.
Okay.
Go.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
That was so...
Is it on me if I do it? No, you're not giving me
Okay, so I'm just totally kidding.
Just a round of applause out here just for you guys sitting down. Thank you guys for coming out here and supporting me for all of these years that I've been doing this. And it's been an incredible experience for me to be able to show up here and be able to see crowds like this that come back time after time to support me. And a couple of years ago, 3 years ago, this March, or actually April, I was diagnosed with a terminal illness. And at that point, I didn't know what I was going to do with my life, what was going to happen from that point on. And it was very, very difficult struggle for me. And now you know why we're doing this at the end, because if I'd have done this at the beginning, you guys would have just sucked the entire show, right? You'd have been like, oh, that's so sad. It's okay, laugh, I'm used to it, it's good. So, it was a very difficult process for me. It was something that I fought with for a long time. And I couldn't decide what I wanted to do or where I was going to go or how I was going to continue with my life. And part of the process with this disorder that I have is that I lost my vision. For those of you who have not seen the show in the last little while, last couple of months that I've been telling people this, the disorder in 6 weeks took away my vision. I went from 20/20 vision to a 90% vision loss in a 6-week period of time. And so, believe it or not, I'm actually blind walking around up here on this stage. It was a very difficult thing for me to learn how to do, but part of the disorder enabled me to see certain things. It's not my eyes that are the problem. My eyes are perfect. I can actually donate them to somebody else. I have 20/20 vision in my eyes. The optic nerve that links the back of your eye to your brain, that part of my anatomy is gone. It has been destroyed. And so the signal does not get from my eyes to my brain. So certain things still work, and no one can explain why. One of those things is the color orange and the color pink. I cannot tell the difference between the two of them, but I can see them. So if you look up here on this stage, you will see there is orange tape all over the stage. All of the chairs are lined with it. The whole, the tabletops, the floor, and all the way in and out of this room is all lined with orange tape. And it's because I can see that, and I can follow it around. And if you look down on your wrist, you're wearing either an orange or a pink wristband. That orange or pink wristband, when you come up here on stage, allows me to follow you and know where you are throughout this show. People ask me all the time, how do you do the high five? How does that work? Think about it. With that pink or orange wristband, it's a little glowing dot, and all I have to do is aim right above it, and there's your hand, and it works. It took me months. I came here, and thanks to Noel and Keith Stubbs, who own the building, give them a round of applause, please. They gave me that opportunity and allowed me to come here and teach myself again how I can continue to do my shows. And the reason that I'm doing this, the reason that I'm still here is you people right here. Thank you. It's you guys that give me that drive and that desire to continue and to go on with life, because this is a big part of my life, and I needed to know I could still do it. So in the last almost 2 years, I've spent writing a book about this strange disorder and about my life and my life experiences. It started as a book specifically about this disorder, and it grew to beyond that because I realized there's more a part of my life from my childhood to now that created who I am and why I'm here. So all of that needed to go in. So I spent the last, like I say, almost 2 years writing a book. It's called Why Not Me? Choosing to be Positive in the Face of Adversity. And it released yesterday. And so basically what this is I'm hoping that somewhere out there, one person can read this book, just one, and realize that life is not as bad as they may think it is. No matter how hard it is, no matter what happens, you can move forward. You can step out of that darkness and back into the light, so to speak. For me, it was just the opposite. I was born again. I was given a second chance. The first time I was brought into the light, the second time I was brought into the darkness. And it is the greatest thing that's ever happened to me. And I hope that someday somebody can read this and get that inspiration to realize that no matter how hard life gets, it's okay and you can move forward. So I have copies of the book. I'm here with me tonight. I'll be over here by the door on this side as you guys exit. If you would like to come buy a copy, the soft covers, they're $14.99. I'm sorry, but I'm actually out of hardcovers. If you do want a hardcover, you can still order those off of Amazon or Barnes & Noble. And we're actually setting up a day to do a signing at the Barnes & Noble in Layton, and I will let it, I'll post all that stuff too. So I'm still willing to sign anybody's book for them, but I am out of hardcovers. Soft covers are $14.99. I'll be sitting over here. Even if you don't want a book, come over, say hi. Just tell me you're there. Say, hey, I'm right here, because I won't know. But it's okay. You guys can laugh. It's cool. All right. So, and the other thing is, like, doing this show, being here, and all of my life, it's been, all of the compliments have been, I laughed so hard I peed, and my stomach hurt, or whatever. And you could tell me that now, I wouldn't know, because I can't see it. Unless you ate asparagus, I wouldn't be able to smell it. So I really wouldn't know if you did. But to be honest with you, the greatest compliment that I have received doing this is the fact that people do not realize that I'm blind. So as long as I have done that tonight, and I have proven that I can still be here and do this, then my mission is accomplished. But once again, it is because of all of you that I am here. So from me to you, from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys very much for being here tonight.
Keep it going for the amazing Sean Paul.